Good morning. Happy Monday. Brent Tallman here with Fairway Independent Mortgage with a mortgage market update for March 27th. This market update is designed for real estate professionals and serious investors who really want to become the best leaders they can be for the people that they serve. And so with that being said, let's get right to it. We'll get into the rates. Good news on the rate front. We're finally catching a bit of a break. There's some momentum riding for lower rates. So we're going to hope that that continues. And so with that being said, the average conventional rate right now is 6.38. That's down by 0.17 from last week. FHA 5.7. That's down by 0.05 from last week. VA 5.75. That's down by 0.44 from last week. This is all because of what the Fed has done. The Fed raised their fund rate last week, even though they don't have direct control over mortgage rates. They do indirectly affect mortgage rates. And so the stipulation or the speculation is that the Fed is going to be forced to stop their rate hike policy by the summertime. It's definitely this year. And so investors and lenders are speculating that this will be the case, even though the Fed has not come out and said that. They have said they will use whatever means and tools necessary to fight inflation and to keep it down. If that means raising rates, they'll raise rates. But with the banking collapses that they've had, some of the job market reports that they're getting, investors are pretty convinced that the Fed will not be able to raise the rates and do the things that they said. So this is what's buying into it. And that's why it's making rates get lower. Now, all my rates are coming from Mortgage News Daily. It's a great app. If you want to get that, it's a great app, a great resource. And so the speculation is by summer we'll have lower rates. And so with that being said, very important that you talk to your buyers about buying now. Because once the rates drop, more people will get in the buyer pool. You don't ever buy at the bottom. You buy when pessimism is at its highest, which is right before the bottom. And so, because that's when you're going to get the best seller concessions, that's where you're going to work out the best deal for your buyers. So even though rates may be a little bit higher, if they rate for the rates to be the lowest, they're going to miss out. And they're going to miss out, and it will cost them more money in the long run. And so that is why now you always have to preach now is the best time to buy. Why aren't you buying now? And understand what your buyers are thinking and how to overcome those objections. And if you want help with that, please give me a call. I'll be happy to help with that. The other thing that's happening, you saw the bank collapses and how that's impacting mortgages. It's going to be a credit tightening policy across the board, across banks and lenders. And this will greatly impact conventional loans way more than it will impact FHA loans, because FHA loans is backed by the federal government. And so I tell you this, and I've been telling this for a while, I think FHA is going to be your key to doing well in this market, and is going to be your key to growth in the future market, is to understand FHA. There's so much myths, misconceptions, and confusions around FHA. So very important that you understand it and that you are able to explain it to your sellers and explain it to your buyers, because there's so much good in FHA. And so with that being said, I'm more than happy to meet with you one-on-one to talk about that. Also happy to do a lunch and learn with a group because they are not going to be impacted as much by the credit policy tightening that these banks are going to do. And that's across the board. Credit cards, personal loans, lines of credit, car loans, and mortgages are all going to be impacted, because when they're concerned about cash, what do? They tighten the credit policies to lend less money. And so that's the belief that's going to happen. So this week, things to keep an eye on: FH, FA, and Case-Shiller release their home pricing index tomorrow. The speculation is that there's going to be an appreciation rate of 3.7% from last year to this year. This is another myth. And MSNBC has been great on giving the wrong narrative of this. Matter of fact, they came out with a report last week and said home prices have dropped by 0.02%. But what they failed to tell you is that was the medium area price, not appreciation. And so they spread home pricing had dropped. Not true. Home prices have actually risen by 3.7%. Area median in price is impacted by pricing across the whole spectrum. So with the market tightening, more people are qualifying for lower homes. And so that impacts area median pricing. If you got much more lower home priced homes being sold than higher priced homes, it's going to impact area median pricing. Appreciation, though, is expected to continue. And so these people that are waiting for the housing to crash, I don't believe it's going to happen, not happening in Florida, because housing is going to be a direct impact by demand and supplies. Right now, there's still way more demand than supplies. Yes, it's a buyer-friendly market because of the rates, but once rates drop, that's going to go away. That's why you got to tell your buyers now is the best time to buy. And because pessimism, you want to buy when pessimism is at its highest, not when the market's at its lowest, because it will save them both money and time and aggravation. So now is the best time to buy. And we have some growth and connection opportunities. I'd love to talk to you. Fanatical Prospecting class is going to be starting April 10th. It's going to run for 6 weeks on Monday from 7:30 to 8:30. We want to get your week started off right. And this is for people that want to build their business on a solid foundation. Okay, this is not a quick fix. This is not an easy button to push. This is about learning what it really means to be a fanatical prospect and put in the time and the discipline required to do that. So it's a free class. If you're interested in it, let me know. I think I have space for 2 more realtors. All you have to do is text me or email me, and I'll get you signed up in that class. Also available for one-on-one with coffee on me. Just let me know if you just want to ask a million questions about lending. Be happy to meet with you and talk with you. And then me and my team and our whole Fairway branch is available for lunch and learns. And so would be happy to come to your office and do a learning with your whole team. Learning is fun when it's together. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you all have a great week. Please contact me with any questions that you may have. And remember, now is always the best time to buy.